It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Joined in the booth with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. Our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. Let's see the stat sheet here for him.
And suddenly his feel for the three-point shot has left him. It's been a tough go the past 5 games. The percentage from long range not close to what it was earlier. But he's not going to give up on it, and he'll try to get it going here tonight.
Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. Big Red out there with John Morant. And there's the monster. And it's Boomer. And it's Campbell in at the 5, down low. And for the Pistons, Whitman out there with Davis. And it's Rain Man. And it's Cunningham. And it's Thompson in at the 3 spot. And this time of the season, Brent, you know this, what a front office is focused in on right now.
Well, teams got to be really honest about the arc of where it is their team is. Are they competitive? Are they playoff caliber? Are they championship caliber? And depending on where that is, you're going to be very patient with either development or you're going to be impatient to dive in to try to win a championship at all costs. So lots of time here to go, but decisions will be made as the season goes on.
Now, here's Thompson. And that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession. Davis, the pass to Rainman. The Pistons working the ball around now. 6 on the shot clock. Thompson sets the pick for Cunningham. Back to Thompson. Over Baker. Thompson misses. Baker in the corner. Traps in the tray. Baker's got the first bucket of the night, a 3-pointer for Indiana.
And drawing first blood, you know coach likes that momentum out of the gate.
Well, for us, it'll be interesting. Can they keep that kind of pace up all game long?
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. And Detroit has possession. The Pacers making the shot. Pass to Davis. Campbell grabs the board.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
Here's Big Red. And Indiana, another 3.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Detroit with the ball. 8-point game. Here's Rainman. He seems to always be finding ways to score, averaging around 23.5 points a game.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Baker, no good.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Whitman kicks to Davis. Cunningham passes to Whitman. Over Baker. Lost contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Detroit shooting their first free throw of the night here.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
The free throw drops for Whitman. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Pass to Baker. Back to Morant. Got a hand on it. And they get it back. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Here's Rainman. No good. That would have tied it. Indiana leading. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Wide open. Bucket is good.
Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
And J.B. Bickerstaff is called a timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly.
To look at the stats for Davis. The past month has been surreal, averaging 21 points per game, 8 rebounds, and 3 assists. And he's been a rock in the middle for them over that stretch of games. Dominating the glass is his trademark.
Feel like those rebounds are wearing down and eroding the opponent. His effort right now, physically and mentally, has been good.
Cunningham finds Thompson. Here's Rain Man. Elbow shot is on the way. Campbell grabs the board. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Morant passes to Cruz. Latrey. Rebound by the Pistons.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Here's Davis. Can't connect from short range. Last outing for the Pistons, it was a loss to the Cavaliers. Here's Baker. Here's Big Red. Releases from the wing and drills it. Big Red's got 5.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Here's Rain Man. He seems to always be finding ways to score, averaging around 23.5 points a game.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Baker passes to Morant. Good D by Thompson.
Yeah, better than giving up the layup. You want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's aggressive attitude defensively.
They get a hand on it. Here's Cunningham. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
You got to have poise and you got to have body control, and Cunningham displayed both on that play.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach J.B. Bickerstaff. Of course, John Morant's named first and foremost, so I asked him about the strategy. He said try to plug every defensive hole we see. I know if we give Morant any space, he'll try and slice right through us, so we can't have any cracks in the armor. A tall order for the defense against the unstoppable Morant. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And it's blocked. And here we go. It's deflected, and they'll keep possession. Here's Davis. Cunningham outside. Detroit keeping it alive. A new 14. And he gets it to go.
That's a testament to the effort there on the boards. Never willing to give up on the possession, finding ways to sniff out the ball.
And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Detroit making a switch here. Sasser's checked in. Podziemski, he's checked in for the Pacers. Pass to Big Red. Podziemski with it. Last game we saw him score 13. Baker. Detroit with the rebound. Davis has got 4 rebounds in this game.
Teammates right now covering up for the type of off performance he's having. In terms of scoring, this has not been his best night.
Here's Rain Man. Last game he had 34 points. Clock at 6. There's the killer two-handed slam.
And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those,
yes.
That's for sure. Here's the monster. He's guarded by Davis. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ausar Thompson. That's his first foul. Holland, he's checked in for the Pistons. In Indiana with the change here, too. Sabonis, he's checked in for the monster. Pass to Podziemski. Jacks up a three. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Here's Holland. Here's Rainman. 5 points in the game. Again, the Pistons good for 2. And so it's Sabonis who brings up the ball for the Pacers.
Hey, and you can say they probably were in control for 3/4 of that game, but in that fourth quarter, man, they just fell apart.
To the middle, here's Podziemski. Can't hit from in close. The Pistons shooting just about an even 40% to start. From deep. And it's Rainman missing.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Here's Podziemski. And the 3 off target.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can count on him to continue missing.
That gives them the lead. That's 7 points for Garbage Man.
Great awareness by Thompson, wanting to find his open teammates whenever he can.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. The Pacers shooting their first free throws of the evening.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And he knocks down the first one. Jalen Duren. He's checked in for Detroit. Davis comes in for Ausar Thompson. The Pacers also changing it up. Cruz, he's checked in for Sabonis. And it's Dylan Brooks in for Baker. Campbell drills both of them.
A great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
And timeout called by J.B. Bickerstaff. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Sabonis, he's checked in for Campbell. Let's go to the 2K leaderboard. These teams have been terrific at turning turnovers into points.
They're so aware defensively. I mean, an opportunistic group in terms of forcing miscues and getting out in transition. And boy, do they do a great job of taking advantage.
Here's Rainman. 7 points in the game. 3-pointer. Podziemski grabs the board. Indiana leading, and for such a young player, Brandon Podziemski has a mature game.
Well, Kevin, his intellect out on the floor, I think, is at an elite level. Brandon does such a good job of hovering around the basket to get rebounds. He advances the ball with the pass. He's driving and always looking for angles. So this is an advantage-created player, and Brandon does a great job of that.
First free throw is good. That misses, so he splits the free throws. And when it comes to Jalen Durham, Brent, is it fair to say some teams regretted not drafting him?
Well, maybe a handful, Kevin. I mean, there's a particular way that you want to play or use that position with how you get out there offensively. Jalen is a proven big. This guy is physical, strong, can rebound, and gives you a different presence on the inside.
Here's Sabonis following the three by Detroit. 1:11 left to play in the first quarter. Shot clock at 6. Here's Cruz, and he's on the money with his first shot today. And the Pacers lead by 1. And for the Pistons, they're shooting at around 42% since the opening tip. Pass to Big Red. Unloads, and the jumper is good. And now it's a 3-point Indiana lead. Big Red's gone 50% from the field, 3 of 6. Here's Rain Man. Takes the 3. The Monster with the rebound. The Monster's got rebound number 5 here tonight. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Pulls it up. Big Red, no good. Here's Holland. Nothing on the board. Pass to Sasser. To the inside. Picked his pocket. That will count. That one doesn't go. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Pacers out in front, up by 3. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Pacers.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
So much good energy and flow tonight, and that has really come out of great ball movement. Guys have been open, and as soon as they are, they get the ball.
On the court for Indiana, they've got Brooks. Sabonis is out there with the Monster. Then there's Brandon Podziemski. And it's Simons in at the point.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. Domantas Sabonis set the longest double-double streak in over half a century last season with 61 straight double-doubles. He said, "It's awesome to be mentioned with the greats. It's my job as a big man to get rebounds and to finish. At the end of the day, I'm just out there trying to win." Kevin?
Thank you, David. That double-double streak was a blast to watch. Historic in so many ways. And he makes the first. Greg, you look at the great coaches. What are 1 or 2 of the most important qualities for success that you see?
Well, for me, Kevin, I think you got to be able to adapt tactically. I mean, that's huge, and especially in the playoffs. But most important, can you motivate and unify a locker room? That leadership quality is what really puts a coach over the top.
Detroit trails by 5. Pass to Strother. It's good from long range. Strother's got himself going there. His first points of the game in the deep ball.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
Sabonis' screen on Davis. From downtown. Cranes it from beyond the arc. And the Pacers lead by 5.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
And another 3 for Detroit.
The defense a step slow,
you can see the results.
And here's Brooks. He'll bring it up for Indiana. And this is their first time matched up with the Pistons this year. Here's the screen. Here's Podziemski. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. The Pistons have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Here's Strother. Three-pointer. The Monster with the rebound. The Monster's got 6 rebounds in the game. Pass to McConnell. From beyond the arc. Holland with the rebound. And for the Pistons, they're shooting the ball at 42%. And Davis can't get it to go.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Sabonis' screen on Davis. The shake. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Durham.
And looking now at some numbers for Sabonis. How his last 10 games have gone. He's putting up about 5 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. And so much of what they do on offense depends on how he plays.
But he attracts serious attention from the defense, and that really does open up the backside for a lot of his teammates to take full advantage.
And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
The Pacers shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. That one is off. And the second free throw, good. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Duran with the screen on Morant. Cunningham passes to Davis. Detroit, no good that time either. Pacers leading by 3. Here's the Monster. Coming off 31 points last game. No good from 11 feet. Hollins kicks to Cunningham. It's Davis on the wing. 6 to shoot. The Pacers pull it in. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Pass to the Monster. And Davis sends it back. Here's the floater. And with that shot, the Indiana lead's cut down to just 1 on the basket from Cunningham.
Pretty nice release from Cade Cunningham that time. Soft touch and arc on that ball.
Right side, Sabonis. Shoots over Duran. Sabonis' shot is off. The Pistons have gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. They now take the lead. Davis has got the lead up to 1 now for the Pistons. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Here's the Monster. 9 points in the game so far. With the floater, he lays it in. The Monster's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
And timeout call by J.B. Bickerstaff. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. A different look here for Detroit. Whitman comes in for Duran, and Rainman subbed in for Holland. Indiana also making some changes. Boomer comes in for Dylan Brooks, and Big Red subbed in for Brandon Pajemski. Cunningham against Morant. Rainman passes to Cunningham. Here's Strother. 6 on the shot clock. They set the pick. Here's Rainman. Here's Whitman. It's rebounded by Indiana. Sabonis has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Pass to Morant. Sabonis with the ball. Double team Sabonis. Here's Baker. Here's Cruz. Offline with his 3.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Here's Whitman. He's got 7. Davis inside. In it goes. That's his 3rd bucket. He's missed 5 so far.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Morant passes to Cruz. For Indiana, they have gone 6 of 8 from the free throw line tonight.
Taking 2 shots.
That free throw, no good.
And love how he's getting himself to the line this quarter. If he keeps it up, it'll end up creating some foul problems on the other side, and that can always help a team's cause.
And the Pistons making a change here. Hollins checked in. He hits the 2nd from the line. And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for Detroit. Whitman a screen on Morant. And a wide open look for Cunningham. To the left side wing. Rainman with the bucket. Rainman's got 13.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Pass to Baker. Here's the monster. He's got 12. Morant with a wide open look. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the 3-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. And Indiana making a change here. Kuminga's checked in. And now that we have a chance, let's show you the NBA's top thieves. This is the list of this month's steals leaders. Look at Rain Man. Opposing teams always need to know where he is on the court.
Really been fantastic defensively this run for him. He's had more than his share of steals, and now he's looking to get more.
Now here's Morant. We saw him with 19 points his last outing. Kuminga kicks to Morant. Here's Big Red. Shoots it. Whitman grabs the miss. Whitman's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Rain Man. And another 3 for Detroit.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Well, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
Here's Big Red. He's got 7. Sabonis' shot is off. Brent, Domantas Sabonis is truly a player you can run an offense through.
Yeah, he's a guy that you can basically put anywhere on the floor, and all of a sudden good things are going to happen, whether he's playing out of the post and dealing with double teams, or he's at the top of the key, able to read the defense, using his vision and his ability as a big to drive the basketball. Domantas, one of the better playmaking fives that we have in the NBA.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Detroit.
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
Yeah, I wonder if pace and playing fast is something that they're being encouraged to do, because right now they feel like the faster team.
Both teams will make substitutions. And Whitman drops them both.
A big fella with the ability and confidence at the free throw line is something that every team wants. Don't have to make those late substitutions. Keep your big guys on the floor.
Here's the monster. He's got 12. And Davis sends it back. With the shot. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. And here's the break to stop the run, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Pacers have shot 70% from the free throw line tonight, 7 for 10. And the first one drops.
Well, he's been at the line so often tonight, but only just now is he starting to look comfortable.
Holland, he's checked in for Davis. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And maybe he's getting his feel back. It hasn't been his day at the line, and that's not something we say very often.
Here's Rain Man. He's got 16. 1:49 left to play here in the second quarter. Big Red passes to Cruz. Shoots over Holland. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
All right, a moment here to check out stats for Big Red. The last 10 games, he has been on a heck of a run, averaging 22 points per, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists. And, guys, he can just explode for points anytime he steps on the court.
Well, he looks to score, and he looks to score often.
The first one falls. The Pistons making a change here. He's perfect from the line this time. 1:43 left to play in the first half. Pass to Rain Man. Here's Whitman. Campbell defending. Detroit, no good that time either. Indiana trails by 4. Big Red passes to Morant. And no good that time. Cunningham with some nice D. And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for Detroit. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game played.
Yeah, the outcome in that one was not determined until late in the game. A gritty back-and-forth battle throughout. And, man, what a tough way to lose.
Here's the monster. 16 points for him. Basket good.
Feels like the other four guys have disappeared at this point. He wants to be the one to get them back.
Pass to Rain Man. Back to Cunningham. Lobbed up there for Thompson. Here's Morant. The score now all even. Morant's got 5 points so far.
Out in the open court, few defenders can match up with Morant. He's too fast and skilled.
A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And he can't stop the run as he misses. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And it's blocked. Campbell against Whitman. And that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession.
Coming out of the ball for Detroit, number 00, Ron Holland.
15 seconds left in the first half. Here's Cunningham. It's rebounded by Indiana. The Monsters got 8 rebounds in this game. Here's Big Red. 1 second left. The shot will not fall. So the clock runs out with the score tied going into halftime. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Rick, what's your analysis of how your defense has done so far?
Well, they're getting too many open looks at threes. We're lucky they're missing a few. With this team, they stretch you out so much. You got to be really alert. You got to pay close attention to the details.
Rick, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
Howdy, folks. The moment you've been waiting for is here. Before we recap the first half, let's see what the standings look like in the East.
You look at the Pistons. I had them as a top team before the season, and now I'm picking them to make the finals. Tell me I'm wrong, Kenny. You can't, because I'm right. 2 + 2 is 5.
And as much as it pains me, I have to agree with Big Fella.
They're playing too casual, not being aggressive, not getting to the line. They're doing some other things well, but not that.
You know what I'm looking at? Free throw disparity. That's a difference in the game. Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. What a game we're seeing from the Monster.
What a menace he was on defense through the first 2 quarters, just disrupting everything.
Yeah, and that's exactly what he wanted to do out there. Everyone he guarded looked uncomfortable.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. We've got Davis. Rain Man is out there with Cunningham. Then it's Whitman. And it's Thompson in at the 3. And that's the group for J.B. Bickerstaff as we begin the second half. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, and the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
free throw drops for Whitman. Indiana trails by 3. Morant passes to Cruz. Morant outside. And that one's good. Big Red. Big Red's got 10.
It's like reading a picture book for Morant. He makes it look insanely easy.
Rain Man passes to Whitman. And here's Cunningham. From outside the arc. Big Red grabs the miss. Pacers shooting just 34% from the floor. Here's Cruz. And he banks in the layup. The Monsters got 20 points.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Campbell against Whitman. Lets it go from 11. Misses off the left iron. Indiana leading. Big Red passes to Baker. Here's the Monster. Campbell is screen on Thompson. Clock at 6. Here's the Monster. He's covered by Thompson. The Monster, no good. And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for Detroit. Whitman. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Whitman's got it all tied up now for the Pistons.
Selfless play there by Thompson, recognizing when someone has a better look than he does.
Morant scanning the floor. Campbell is screen on Cunningham. And it's Morant missing.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Remember when big men shooting threes were as rare as a Sasquatch, and now those big guys are everywhere.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Indiana moving it around. To the paint.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. And timeout called by J.B. Bickerstaff. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Now at some of the players we can expect to see in this year's dunk contest. Always one of the great events of All-Star Weekend.
It is, Kevin. You just can't take your eyes off it. The ideas those guys come up with, and then the guts it takes to pull them off, always blows me away.
You look at the Monster, and I know he'd like to make a move up in the consideration. He's got all the athleticism you hope for from a dunk contest participant.
He sure does. Lots of competition, though, in the running this year to get that big invite.
So there you go. And as it's looking, this year's dunk contest is shaping up to be a fantastic competition. We'll keep you updated on the voting.
No doubt it's going to be a good one, Kevin. We've got players on that list who'll do things that you didn't even think were possible.
Now here's Morant. He's got 5. Pass to Big Red. Lets it go from deep. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. The 15-footer, good. Davis has got 12 points in the game.
Well, defensively, they've been flat in this second half. A very different type of team than we saw in the first.
Back to Morant. Pass to Baker. The three. Detroit with the rebound. Here's Rain Man. He's got 16. Here's Whitman. Thompson looking for an opening. Indiana trails by 3. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for Detroit on Thursday and then on Saturday.
And for that game against Los Angeles, it's going to be an all-out battle. And you just hope they are rested and able to execute their game plan, as it's going to be a tremendous challenge.
And he makes the first. And the Pistons making a change here. Hollins checked in. And so he makes both from the line. And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for the Pistons. They lead by 1. Pass to Holland. The screen from Thompson. Here's Holland. Guarded by Morant. Cunningham for 3. It's rebounded by Indiana. Baker's got 5 rebounds tonight. Morant outside. Here's Big Red. Pass to the monster. For the lead. Connects from 3-point range. And it's 8 points for Boomer. A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
Whitman kicks to Cunningham. Looking to get back on track here. And he lays it up and in. Cunningham's got the game tied up here for the Pistons.
And how about Cade just pushing through that time to finish it off?
And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. Sasser's checked in for Detroit. And the Pacers also making a change. Podziemski's checked in. Now Campbell. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game. Good on the triple. And now that's 11 points for Boomer.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
Pass to Whitman. Here's Rain Man. There's the three. Drills it from outside.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitor.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
And you can just see he's a different player since coming back from halftime.
The screen from Thompson. Lets it go from the wing. Sasser can't hit. Indiana leading by 3. Fires away from way outside. Big Red, no good.
Yeah, and you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Kept alive.
As a big, once you get position inside, it allows you to fight and come away with a lot of tough boards.
Here's Campbell. Holland with the rebound. The Pistons have gone at a pretty good shooting pace. They're 6 of 13 from the field here in the third. Nice ball movement by Detroit. On the wing, Thompson. Hasn't made one yet. It's blocked. Here's the monster. Pass to Big Red. And the Pacers can't get it to go.
Really excellent defense there. They know he's capable of knocking it down from the outside, and they could not have played him better.
Here's Rain Man. 19 points in the game. The monster with the rebound. The monster's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. And good that time. The monster's got 6 in the quarter.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Rain Man. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. Inside, here's Cruz. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Now it's a 7-point Pacer lead. And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for Detroit. Pass to Rain Man. Here's Holland. Here's Whitman. Campbell defending. Whitman against Campbell. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
In a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for Indiana.
They have been a wrecking ball defensively, coming up with steals, being active with their hands, and just doing a terrific job of disrupting the rhythm.
And not to mention, they're playing with great activity. A lot of blocked shots, good hands, active hands, nothing easy for the opposition.
So both teams changing it up here. And Whitman drops them both. Indiana leading by 5. Here's the monster, and the layup's good off the glass. The monster's got 10 points here in the second half.
Well, he doesn't look satisfied with the lead right now. He wants more, and he looks like he's going to get it.
Pass to Sasser. Whitman a screen on Smart to the inside. Down it goes. Nice one there from Whitman. Whitman's got 9 points in the quarter.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Here's Brooks. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And one of these modern wings who doesn't just shoot threes. Brooks is a tough guy to cover.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And on the season, he's just a shade under 80 from the line. I'll bet he'd like to get that up over that mark.
And the first one at the line is good.
And there's a flexibility to Brooks's game. He can play a specific role for you, or he can be a high usage guy. Really depends on what a team needs from night to night.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pistons. Duren, he's checked in for Whitman. Rain Man comes in for Barrett. And it's Cunningham in for Marcus Sasser. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
looked impeccable from the line since halftime.
Pass to Rain Man. No good with the triple. Indiana leading by 7. Morant passes to Cruz. Duren pulls it in. And, well, Detroit shooting 39% from the floor since the half. Not really what they had in mind. Here's Rain Man. He's got 19. Duren a screen. Here's Strawther. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's Indiana heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. Right back after this break. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes, and what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And so in the game for the Pacers, Jonathan Kuminga out there with Domantas Sabonis. Then it's Brooks. Then it's Morant. And it's Big Red in at the 2 spot. Now here's Morant. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It doesn't go for him.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
Pass to Cunningham. Shoots over Morant. Cunningham's shot is off. Pacers leading by 7. Down low. And here we go. Fast break. Kuminga's got it.
Well, those dunks from Kuminga ignite his team. They feel like that's more than 2 points.
About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. Cunningham for 3. Drains it from beyond the arc.
It took a long time for him to get that first triple. Let's see now, though, if he can get going.
And here's Morant. Pass to Big Red. It's blocked. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Here's Rain Man. 3-pointer on the way. That's in, and the Pacer lead is cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Holland.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Yeah, whether it's teammates or the coaching staff, hopefully a combination of both, but when it gets close, he's getting the ball.
And right now, let's watch that terrific swat.
And that is a huge block. Given how close this game is, a stop like that was right on point.
For Detroit, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Rain Man passes to Cunningham. Duren with a screen on Morant. And Duren slams it in.
Well, long arms but very sure hands make Duren a great lob partner.
And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. He has decided it's the right time to talk. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Rick Carlisle's huddle. With the game in the balance, Coach was calm in the huddle. His main message, execution. He told his team to make sure to remember what they talked about during shoot-around. We've got a great ending in store, guys.
All right, thank you, David. Now here's Morant. Sabonis' screen on Cunningham. Now here's Morant for three.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Rain Man, and there's another one for the Pistons. Time running low, guys, and somebody has got to win this one.
Yeah, well, who knows? We might need overtime in this one. It's been that kind of a game.
Now here's Morant, looking to get it going. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Cunningham. Thompson, he's checked in for Holland. Campbell, he's checked in for Indiana. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Brooks from outside. Rebound by Rain Man. Now the Pistons with it. They've got a 10-0 run going. Here's Thompson. Sweet little floater. And the Pistons lead by 3.
Gotta do more than this to stop Thompson. He's used to having to fight through contact.
Campbell, the pass to Big Red. Brooks with no one around. A three-pointer is right on target. Brooks has got it all tied up now for Indiana. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. To Cunningham. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. That one's on Morant.
I like how Cunningham just refuses to settle on the play. He gets his shot off and then gets himself fouled.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Detroit.
I mean, they've been stepping it up in terms of their shooting from distance. And the confidence has been there all game long, leaving the defense to scramble.
Well, if we add another thing to it, it's about the urgency they've played with. I mean, you look at the eyes of these guys. They're focused, wanting to get up tempo, and that's helped them score on the fast break.
For the Pistons, Whitman is checked in for Duren. Davis is subbed in for Rain Man. The Pacers also changing it up. Cruz, he's checked in for Sabonis. Boomer comes in for Dylan Brooks. And it's Brandon Podziemski in for Big Red. And so Cunningham nails both of them.
And what you get in Cade Cunningham is an oversized point guard who really knows how to use his size, see the floor, and initiate offense.
Now here's Morant. Five on the clock. Campbell is screen on Cunningham. And it's Morant missing.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
Nice ball movement by Detroit. Cunningham outside. They grab their own miss. Thompson passes to Davis.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Second personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for your Pistons, Davis. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Davis. The Pistons making a change here. Sasser's checked in. And a change for the Pacers. Sabonis, he's checked in for Morant. That one misses. Indiana trails by 3. Podziemski with it. Here's the break. Here's Whitman. The putback. It's good on the putback.
And when it comes to getting up and down the floor, Thompson has few peers.
For Indiana, they've gone just 2 of 8 in this fourth quarter. The final quarter not treating them well so far. Pass to Campbell. Fires for 3. Whitman grabs the miss. Whitman's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Third team foul. At the line for Detroit, Julian Strawther. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Fred VanVleet is checked in for the Pistons. Both good from the line that time. Indiana trails by 7. Now Podziemski. Pass to Baker. A screen from Campbell to end the run. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. 13 points for Boomer.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
He scores his 6th bucket from the floor with that one. He's shot the ball 11 times.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Shoots the 3, and it's blocked. Here's the monster. Outside, Sabonis. Pass to Campbell. Buries it down low. Now just a 1-point Detroit lead.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
Well, I hope there's one player on that team out there that has interest in winning this game. Right now, it doesn't look to be one.
Now here is Davis.
4th personal foul, 4th team foul. At the line for 2, Davis.
That free throw, no good. Rain Man checked in for the Pistons. Cade Cunningham comes in for Fred VanVleet. Big Red's checked in for Indiana. Morant comes in for Brandon Podziemski. And he's good on the second.
Well, they should be looking at a 3-point lead, hopefully for them. That miss won't cost them.
Pass to Big Red to tie it up. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
Number 1 at the line for 2.
Shoot 2.
Makes it, and the next one could tie it up. And it's tied up with that one. And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for Detroit. Pass to Thompson. And here's Davis for 3. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Davis has got 5 points now in the quarter.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
Here's Big Red. Here's Cruz. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. The Monsters got the game tied up here for the Pacers. Pass to Rain Man. It's Davis on the wing. He's feeling it. And the foul called on Cade Cunningham. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
Yeah, quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
For Indiana, they've gone 6 of 13, so just above 46% on their field goal attempts here in the quarter. And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. Pistons on defense. Pass to Campbell. Here's the Monster. He's guarded by Davis. Here's the Monster. Shot clock at 6. And stolen by Thompson. Here's Rain Man. He sticks that one in from 20 feet away. Rain Man's got 4 points in the quarter.
And he just seems to always deliver in the clutch. And he's got it going right now. That's who they want taking the big shot.
Here's Big Red. Leans inside. It's tipped. And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
And this is why coaches stress the importance of defense. Big block there in this close game.
Here's Big Red. Blocked again. And so the ball out of bounds. Davis touched it last. And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
And guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest. Going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
We've got 1:48 left in the fourth quarter. Baker. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Baker's got it all tied up now for the Pacers. Cunningham passes to Whitman. And out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession.
Well, unfortunately, just poor execution there. You cannot give the ball away at this point in the game.
And here are the Pacers now. Here's Big Red. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
Well, after an impressive first half, he's just not been able to get the room or get anything going here in the second.
Cunningham outside. Thompson inside. And that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
To the middle. Clock is at 3. Fast break. Here comes Indiana. It's deflected. Outside, Davis. Those 3-pointers off the mark.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Here's Big Red. He started by Davis.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
Now, here's Cunningham. Here's Whitman. Here's Big Red to take the lead. Off target from downtown. And J.B. Bickerstaff has called a timeout. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. Puts up a deep 3. Oh, it's off the mark. And we're going to overtime. And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. And we've got more action coming your way after this break. Well, 4 quarters weren't enough to decide this ballgame. Sit back and enjoy as we move on to overtime. Now here's Morant. Davis is out there with Thompson. Then it's Whitman. And it's Rain Man. And it's Cunningham in at the point. Baker, no good.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Here's Rain Man. Lobbed up there for Thompson. Morant with the steal. Pass to Baker to take the lead. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. And that's 20 points for Boomer.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Davis looking for an opening. It's rebounded by Indiana. Campbell's Pacers leading by 3. Baker passes to Cruz. Detroit with the rebound. Pass to Cunningham. Here's Rain Man. Goes up on the wing. Perfect on the shot. Swishes it through. Rain Man's got 25 points.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Now here's Morant. Pass to the monster. Just 5 on the clock. And Indiana, another 3.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
To the inside. Here's Whitman. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Oh, and he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. And they're bringing you up close and personal on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Here's Big Red. Out to the right wing. There's Baker. Pass to Big Red. Lets it fly from 18. Detroit with the rebound. Whitman's got rebound number 13 with that last one. We're just over 2.5 minutes into overtime in this exciting game. Here's Rain Man. Cunningham for 3. Hits it from three-point range. And the Pistons lead by 1.
And the team counting on Cade. He comes through.
Here's Big Red. Plenty of space. And again, it's Indiana converting. And so it's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for Detroit. Pass to Whitman. Over Campbell. Whitman can't make it. For Indiana, they've gone 3 of 6 from the field so far here in overtime. There's the drive. Big Red. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Had a foul to give there, but you'd rather not have it cost your team points.
The first one, and that will put them up by 2. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 3-point game. And J.B. Bickerstaff is called a timeout. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. Davis, the pass to Raymond from 18 feet away. No good on that one. Here's Indiana. Their biggest lead of the game was 9.
Well, you like guys who can work that in-between area, really keeps the defense honest.
Oh, man, that is just easy for him out there. At his size with that kind of touch, that is money.
And timeout called by J.B. Bickerstaff. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page.
It's T-shirt Bonanza. Make some noise.
Davis, the pass to Raymond. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Whitman. And it's blocked. And so they foul intentionally.
Number 5, 5th personal foul, 2nd team foul. Shooting for Indiana, number 1, taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
Gets the first, and that increases their lead to 6. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 7-point game.
Job well done at the line on that possession. They'll make things a little easier on themselves if they can convert those. And guys, overtime not nearly as competitive as regulation. They used up all their energy just getting it to overtime.
So it's Indiana picking up the win, and they had some nervous moments down the stretch, but things finally came together for them in overtime.
Yeah, probably didn't anticipate that this one would be that close down the wire, but give them credit. They were able to regroup in that overtime, and this win has to feel satisfying.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Ja. A lot of swag on this team tonight. Who's responsible for that confidence?
I feel like we all talk to each other, even the coaching staff. Coach let us play with a lot of freedom. Everybody have the green light, so I mean, there's no reason to lack confidence when you have a coach who believes in you every step of the way and just let you go out there and play your game. So we always just preach, keep shooting, make or miss, and we behind you. So
you all look like a confident bunch, man. Congrats on the win. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. But first, let's reveal our player of the game, the Monster.
too real for reality TV. Remember I was poor, now I'm writing this song from a balcony. Told them watch out for me, but they ain't see me coming at it. On that road, feel like keep pushing even though we don't feel right. Blood, sweat, and tears just to live life. Talk to God even when I didn't see light. Still talk.